Finally, I got the job I have always dreamed of. Hi, my name is Anastasia. I'm a graduate of the University of Ibadan, a first-class student in mass communication. I have always wanted to be a well-renowned reporter and always work in one of the most successful media companies in Nigeria. I had this dream right from my primary school. I was inspired by a student teacher who came to do their IT, Miss Dami. I would never forget her. She is the reason why I chose this path. She would always encourage me whenever I felt like giving up. I remember when we had a program in our school that was related to your desired career. Everyone kept on choosing careers related to science, but when I said I wanted to be a reporter, they all laughed at me, not even knowing what it was. Seeing their reaction made me uncomfortable and less confident. That was when Miss Dami walked up to me and smiled. I remembered what she said vividly. That's an interesting choice. Anastasia, it is a wonderful course at the university. That was what I wanted to study, but I didn't have the marks. I'm sure you would, but you have to study hard. Don't hesitate to come to me whenever you are uncertain about something. To me, it sounded like the voice of an angel. It gave me the courage to study hard. With that, my academic performance was excellent. In my secondary school, I was always at the top of my class, and I received lots of awards and medals for representing my school in competitions. I attended a public school due to the fact that I lost my father at a very tender age while my mom raised me single-handedly. She was a low-rank nurse who was paid very little. All my other relatives have ceased to assist us in any way. When I got admission into the University of Ibadan, my mom was so excited she tried her best to see me through school. I also had to do little jobs in school to fend for myself and help people with their assignments to get little cash also. That's why I'm so adamant about getting a decent job and giving my mom the opportunity to harvest the seed she sowed in me. Here I was with my documents getting ready to be interviewed, though this isn't my first interview. I was anxious because it was one of the biggest media houses in Ibadan State. I was sweating profusely and shivering because this was the final stage of the interview. It was now the time of you being accepted or rejected. We were just 4 that were remaining, 3 of us were ladies, and the 4th one was a very good-looking gentleman. I think he said his name was Dave. The last time we were all told to introduce ourselves, Will was the only male remaining out of the 20 males that were interviewed. The other 2 ladies are Carol and Esther. Carol was undoubtedly pretty, while Esther was just average, though I was still the prettiest among them. The first person to get interviewed was Esther, followed by Dave, then me, while Carol was the last. We were informed that just 3 people would be chosen among us and that it will all be decided today. After we were all interviewed, the employer called us into his office and was ready to declare who the new employees were. My heart began to race and beat faster than usual. I started sweating again while my palms were slippery. We all looked at each other fearfully except Dave, who was unexplainably calm. The employer called his name and congratulated him. Then he called Kara's name, who smiled immediately and said, "Thank you, sir," while controlling herself from jumping in joy. Then he came in front of me and said, "I'm sorry, Miss Anastasia." He didn't even finish his sentence before I felt my eyes teary. Will Anastasia get the job or not? Watch out for part 2. Please subscribe to my channel, like, and also comment your thoughts.